All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the end of day post-wave report with yours truly, the Outgo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Sugar Reports. All right, so tomorrow is the big day. The CPI number is coming out. Right now, you can see the Bitcoin futures chart ahead of you. We got bearish trend momentum readings, and we have still no trend, but we got a downtrend channel. The market is falling. I'm gonna expect for the market to continue to do so, especially until it can back and fill right there from that gap. Next up is the Russell My Hustle. The ticker is IWM. And you can see how the market rallied today off of this low point from Friday, trying to build a uptrend channel from here. Tomorrow's number could use today's rally as a springboard to sell off. So be careful, be prepared for that. Or it could explode higher and come up here and test upper resistance. We just don't know how what effect the report's going to have. But I'm thinking because we're still under a bearish trend momentum reading that any rallies could be sold off. So just be prepared for the turnaround Tuesday possibility tomorrow. Next up is gold. The ticker is GLD, and you can see the bearish trend momentum reading is still in effect. Again, the prices are just not ready to rally. Still bear market. Next up is the GDXJ, the gold miners. Same scenario. Bearish trend momentum reading, and we still have a trendless market. So the bias is still to the downside for gold and gold miners. GBTC, the Bitcoin ETF, as you can see here, we have a no change. I don't know why this didn't update, so I'll leave that alone because that is not updated. Let's see the next thing we got here, the Ethereum ETF. Okay, that one didn't update either. Don't know what's going on with some of these. I think because the exchanges is getting lazy. Okay, here is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. You can see the rally today, but you can also see that this one is shaping up to also looks like it wants to test that upper resistance. But again, because you got bearish trend momentum reading, any rallies could be sold off pretty aggressively tomorrow based on what we get with that CPI number. All right, and the US dollar index, looking at the cash market, you can see it has a bullish trend momentum reading, and it's just, hugging the upper resistance, which is the bottom of the Kumo cloud. You have that bullish bias, but the market's not trending, and you're in a trendless market, so you're just seesawing around. Next up is XRP Ripple, and you'll see here that you have a bearish trend momentum reading. It's still a flatline market, but you are bearish. You're in the beginning stages of a bear market in XRP Ripple. Next up is Theta. Theta is in a bear market, and you have a bearish trend momentum reading and a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Next up, you have a Litecoin. All right. Litecoin has a bearish trend momentum reading, but you're trendless right now. I'm anticipating the market to come down and test the $60 support, which is right here at the Kumo cloud. Next up, you have Ethereum futures, and you'll notice that you got a bearish trend momentum reading, but the market is trendless at the moment. I'm expecting for prices to continue to come down and test the 1350 to 1400 handle on your Ethereum. Next up is Chainlink, which is now in the beginning stages of a bear market with a bearish trend momentum reading and a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. The US dollar index tradable, the ticker is UUP. It's moving just like the cash index, where you're hugging the overhead resistance zone, which is the bottom of the Kumo cloud, and you have a bullish trend momentum reading. So I expect prices to remain elevated here and maybe even attempt a breakthrough up into the Kumo cloud at this point. The bias is sideways to upward. Looking at the nat gas. Nat gas is still trying to bottom. You've been having back-to-back rally alerts with no upside progression, and the market remains trendless at this moment, but you got a bullish trend momentum reading, which means that it's probably just a matter of time before this thing explodes and comes up here to test the bottom of the Kumo cloud. Next up is the unleaded gas ETF. The ticker is UGA. And we have a rally alert for tomorrow's trading. And you have a bullish trend momentum reading and the beginning stages of a bull market. I know, right? So definitely a good one to look at. Next up is the long bond. The ticker is TLT. You're trendless still with a bearish trend momentum reading. Price is looking rather weak. Next up, you have the S&P 500, which is the ticker is SPY. As you see the rally today, testing overhead resistance, have a bearish trend momentum reading, which means the rallies are looking to be sold, and you have a trendless market. Next up, you have silver. The ticker is SLV. You got a bearish trend momentum reading, trendless market, and weak prices threatening to drop outside of the Kumo cloud. Next up, you have the NASDAQ 100. The ticker is QQQ. You have a bearish trend momentum reading and no trend in the market. So that means that rallies are looking to be sold. Next up is the crude oil futures ETF OIH. You see the blue bars, which means that this market is neutralized, meaning that you are going nowhere. All right, when you have these blue bars like this and this blue line across, it means a neutralized market. A neutralized market is similar to a flatlined market, meaning that your prices aren't going anywhere. All right, this is beyond. It's not even really technically a trading range. It's a flat market where the price action is literally going nowhere. You look at the closes and they're right back to each other. The price is not going anywhere, and that's where you are right now. And right now you're at a intraday resistance point, but the price action, it has gone nowhere. Now you could come in here and rally tomorrow and hit another, and hit a new 52-week high, but as far as trending, you're not. You are trendless and you are neutralized in the oil. Next up is the Litecoin ETF LTCN, and this one hasn't updated either, so we'll bypass that. And that's it. All right, so you got an idea of what we can expect going into tomorrow's trading. CPI number is going to be a big one, and it could be a doozy. It could be a surprise. It could be a shock. We just don't know what we don't know. And even if you did know what the numbers were going to be for that tomorrow, you don't know how the market's going to react. The market could explode higher on an aggressive rally on bad news, or it could fall to pieces on good news. You just don't know which way the market's going to move. So the best thing to do is to be on the sidelines until the number comes out and then trade accordingly. And with that being said, remember the system works if you work the system. You should make money, not excuses. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And salute to you too, James S. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to smash that like button. And we're out. Peace.